Welcome, dear students. Welcome back to TechU Gate classes, a pan-India free initiative by TechU faculties. Myself, Dhruv Saxena, your course instructor for our continuing course on basic civil engineering. So today we'll be starting with our lecture 28 and continuing from the previous lecture. Let us start with our discussion on the various types of shallow foundations that we started earlier. In the previous slide, we discussed about the type of spread footing, and we also discussed the various classification methods required and used for the foundation systems as well as some major components of the particular building, a small building. Okay, now let us move ahead. This is an example of strap footing. Okay, now it is defined as the independent footing of two columns when they are connected by a beam. As you can see here, this is your footing number 1 and this is your footing number 2, and these are connected with the help of a beam. Why it is used? It is suitable when extreme columns are very close to the boundary of the plot. See, when we talk about boundary of a plot, let us say this is your typical plot. Okay, here you need to construct a particular building. Now there are some restrictions. If it is written as extreme column means the columns that are placed here. Okay, there might be possibility that another column is placed here and another column is placed here. So this is your extreme boundary. Some columns might be placed in between also. So this is your inner columns. Okay, now in this case we have the restrictions of using the land area. Why? Because there will be a separate construction or separate land that is not under our area of use. Hence we need to restrict our construction within these limits. So इसके लिए अपन क्या यूज करते हैं? अपन एक बीम यूज करते हैं. This beam is laid in this fashion and it provides a structural support in transferring the load. This load, when coming from the top structures, it will be transferred, it will be stabilized using this beam. Okay, so this is a basic definition of strap footing. In detail we'll study in the upcoming semesters of civil engineering. Next we have combined footing. So combined footing, as the name suggests, क्या है ये? जब एक या एक से आप दो से या दो से ज्यादा कॉलम्स एक सिंगल फुटिंग पे आप उनको ले करते हैं. दिस इज योर सिंगल फुटिंग. ओके, this is also example. This is an example of rectangular spread footing and this is a trapezoidal spread footing. This is the plan view. Okay, ये किस केस में किया जाता है? When both of them are required to be supported on the same footing. Why it is required? I have explained in the previous lecture also. Look here once again. ये तब किया जाता है जब इन कॉलम्स का जो स्प्रेड एरिया रिक्वायर्ड है. आपको मैं थोड़ा एक एडवांस्ड कंसेप्ट बताना चाहता हूं कि जैसे जब फाउंडेशन अपन डिजाइन करते हैं, सो वी फाइंड आउट दैट व्हाट विल बी द एरिया रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द फुटिंग. ओके, सो इन दैट केस, इन केस व्हेन इन दोनों कॉलम्स का जो एरिया ऑफ स्प्रेड टू बी रिक्वायर्ड इज ओवरलैपिंग. ओके, सपोज करिए कि इसके लिए आपको करीब इतना स्प्रेड चाहिए एंड अगेन इसके लिए भी आपको, इस कॉलम के लिए भी आपको स्प्रेड चाहिए. सो इन दैट केस व्हाट वी प्रेफर दैट वी यूज अ सिंगल कंबाइंड फुटिंग. Okay, so that this problem is solved and also our load is transferred to the earth evenly. Next we have raft or mat type of foundation. It is a combined footing that covers the entire area beneath a structure and supports all the wells and columns. Where it is suitable for soft clays, marshy land area, or in cases where differential settlement can occur. Now, what do we understand by differential settlement? See, this is a typical example of a raft foundation. This is your raft. Okay, and these are your different columns. Let us say 1, 2, 3 and so on. So what do we understand by firstly differential settlement? एक ये नई टर्म है आपके सामने, आपने शायद ही पहले पढ़ी होगी या सुनी होगी. डिफरेंशियल के लिए साइड में रखते हैं, सेटलमेंट समझते हैं. सेटलमेंट से अपन क्या समझते हैं? जैसे आपने कोई बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्ट करी, उसमें लेटस से ये आपके दो कॉलम्स हैं. ठीक है, कोई भी दो कॉलम्स मैंने लिए एंड ड्यू टू द कंडीशंस प्रिवेलिंग इन द सॉइल, इस सॉइल में जो भी कंडीशंस प्रिवेल कर रही हैं, मे बी इट इज नॉट प्रोवाइडिंग एडिक्वेट सपोर्ट, एडिक्वेट बेयरिंग कैपेसिटी टू द required structure. So in that case there might be a possibility that इस तरफ की सॉइल, ये वाली जो सॉइल है आपकी, ये राइट साइड के, या मैं इसको नेम कर देता हूं 1 and 2. सो फर्स्ट soil beneath the first foundation is weak in comparison to the soil present below the second foundation. ठीक है. सो इस केस में क्या होगा, इस केस में क्या होगा, ये सॉइल कोलैप्स होने के चांसेस ज्यादा हैं. एंड अगर ये सॉइल कोलैप्स होती है, सो दिस फुटिंग इट विल शिफ्ट डाउनवर्ड्स, इट विल सेटल डाउनवर्ड्स. इसको अपन नाम देते हैं सेटलमेंट. तो आई होप इट इज क्लियर कि सेटलमेंट से आप समझ गए. अब डिफरेंशियल सेटलमेंट क्या होता है? डिफरेंशियल सेटलमेंट वो होता है कि कोई एक कॉलम या एक फाउंडेशन फुटिंग आपकी ज्यादा चांसेस हैं कोलैप्स होने के या सेटल होने के, तब प्रॉब्लम होती है, तो उसे डिफरेंशियल सेटलमेंट कहते हैं. अगर ये दोनों कॉलम्स बराबर सेटल हो जाएं, या फिर जितने भी कॉलम्स हैं, जैसे इस केस में 9 कॉलम्स हैं, अगर ये सारे कॉलम्स इंडिविजुअली बराबर सेटलमेंट हो तो कोई इशू नहीं है, क्योंकि स्ट्रक्चर सेफ रहेगा, स्ट्रक्चर स्टेबल है, स्ट्रक्चर विल बी इन इक्विलिब्रियम. अगर कोई एक या दो कॉलम्स पूरी बिल्डिंग के सेटल होते हैं, देन वी टर्म इट एज डिफरेंशियल सेटलमेंट. एंड ड्यू टू दिस डिफरेंशियल सेटलमेंट we observe cracks in building initially, and after cracks the building tends to finally fail, or the building might directly collapse. Okay, so these are some conditions why we use raft or mat foundation. Now it is not used everywhere. Suppose करिए कि आप राजस्थान की बात करें, तो राजस्थान में आपका सॉफ्ट क्ले एरिया ज्यादा नहीं है, सॉफ्ट क्ले सॉइल ज्यादा नहीं है इन कंपैरिजन टू ईस्टर्न इंडिया. ईस्टर्न साइड में क्ले सॉइल ज्यादा रहती है, पाई जाती है. एंड इनफैक्ट जैसे आपने सुना होगा, या मध्य प्रदेश महाराष्ट्र के कुछ एरियाज में ब्लैक सॉइल पाई जाती है, ब्लैक कॉटन सॉइल बोलते हैं. सो दैट इज ऑल्सो अ क्ले सॉइल. सो इन दोज एरियाज वी नीड टू टेस्ट दैट सॉइल, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ सॉइल इज दैट, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ बिहेवियर इट शोज. उसके बेसिस पे अपन वहां पे राफ्ट फाउंडेशन या आइसोलेटेड फाउंडेशन प्रोवाइड करते हैं. अभी के लिए इसका बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर समझना जरूरी है, कब कहाँ यूज करते हैं, क्यों यूज करते हैं, बस. ज्यादा डिटेल में अपन के स्कोप के बाहर है, आने वाले सेमेस्टर्स में उसके ऊपर पढ़ेंगे. ओके, नेक्स्ट वी हैव ग्रिलेज फाउंडेशन. इट इज ऑल्सो वेरी कॉमन क्वेश्चन आस्क्ड इन द वाइवास ऑफ बेसिक सिविल, ऑल्सो इन एग्जाम. सो ग्रिलेज फाउंडेशन, इट इज अ टाइप ऑफ आइसोलेटेड फुटिंग फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, एंड इज प्रोवाइडेड फॉर हेवीली लोडेड स्टील स्टैंचियंस. स्टील स्टैंचियंस क्या हुए? स्टील स्टैंचियंस हो गए ये आपके. ओके, दीज आर योर स्टील स्टैंचियंस. नाउ वेयर आर दे यूज्ड? मोस्टली इन ब्रिजेस, स्टील स्ट्रक्चर्स. तो जब उनका लोड ट्रांसफर करना होता है ग्राउंड पे, सो वी नीड टू टेक केयर ऑफ प्रोवाइडिंग द फुटिंग. सो द फुटिंग इज प्रोवाइडेड इन सच अ फैशन. ओके, अगेन ये भी वहीं यूज करते हैं जहां पे सॉइल हैज अ लो बेयरिंग कैपेसिटी. Depending upon the condition, the same grillage foundation can be also used for buildings also, depending upon the soil conditions and the requirements. Okay, ऐसा मतलब mandatorily जरूरी नहीं है कि it is essentially used for bridges or something. Okay, so I hope you have understood. इसमें आपको डायग्राम थोड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स लग रहा होगा अभी के लिए, but it is a very simple diagram. These are your different sections, and this is your footing that is putting load on them, and these sections stanchions are transferring the load to the second tier. Okay, and through that it is being transferred directly to the ground. Okay, आगे चलते हैं. So next one we have deep foundation example. First one, it is your pile foundation. As I've already discussed, pile foundations are used when the site has a weak shallow bearing strata. इसका क्या मतलब है? आप यहाँ पे ये डायग्राम देखिए, ये आपका लोडिंग स्ट्रक्चर है, वॉट एवर बिल्डिंग इट इज, आई हैव रिप्रेजेंटेड इट एज अ लोड स्ट्रक्चर. दिस इज योर पाइल कैप. इसका पर्पस मैं अभी थोड़ी देर में बताता हूँ. पाइल फाउंडेशन बेसिकली क्या होती है ये देख लेते हैं. पाइल यानी कि बहुत डीप, बहुत ज्यादा हाइट की फाउंडेशन जब हम प्रोवाइड करते हैं. ये इसकी डेप्थ हो गई, एंड डेप्थ इज वेरी हाई, वेरी लार्ज इन कंपेरिजन टू इट्स डाया और इट्स विड्थ. ठीक है, कब प्रोवाइड करते हैं? जैसे आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे सॉइल के अलग अलग स्ट्रेटा मीडियम दे रखे हैं. नाउ इट इज अ कॉमन ऑब्जर्वेशन कि सॉइल होमोजीनियस मटेरियल नहीं है. होमोजीनियस से क्या समझते हैं कि हर जगह एक जैसी. सॉइल इज नॉट होमोजीनियस. Soil has a varying property depending upon its location, depending upon its depth and so on. So अगर किसी जगह पे ये पाया जाता है that on the top part or the above stratum is having a soil that is having a weaker bearing capacity or it is of lower density in compared to the ones that are present below that soil, then क्या होगा अगर यहाँ पे shallow foundation देंगे, this soil level 1 will collapse, okay, due to which this load structure might collapse also. So what we do, we provide pile so that the entire load is directly transferred to the soil which is capable to handle the load that is developed by this load structure. Now why pile cap is used? Pile cap is used so that all these piles are aligned together first of all, then the load is transferred stably equally to all the piles. Okay, these are the various things. See, firstly on the top there is a column. This is your column. Then you have pile cap, and then there are number of piles. Generally all the pile caps are designed so that they can take a square, they can form a square, and generally 4 or 6 or 9 piles are given to a particular pile cap. Okay, so pile foundation आप समझ गए. Now next, there are two types of pile foundation based upon their classification based upon the load transmission. क्या मतलब है इसका? that piles को अपन ने दो types of piles में classify किया है based upon कि वो load कैसे transfer करते हैं. First is end bearing pile and second is friction piles. So end bearing piles में function देख लेते हैं. They transmit most of their loads to the load bearing layer. क्या मतलब है इसका? ये आपकी लेटर से ये पाइल है आपकी, ये आपका लोड ट्रांसफर हो रहा है, एंड हियर इट इज द फाइनल डेप्थ, and this soil is firm in nature. That means that it is able to take the load that the structure is providing through this pile. So in this case the entire load is being taken by this second strata of the soil that is below the foundation. Whereas in friction piles, what happens, as the name suggests, this pile is driven into the soil and the load Q is taken up by the friction that is developed on the surface of these piles. Surface of the pile से क्या मतलब है? लेट अस से ये आपका पाइल है, ठीक है, मैं एक छोटा एग्जांपल बना रहा हूँ टेंटेटिव. सो जब इस पे लोड पड़ेगा, लेट अस से लोड Q, so this is under the soil. Once the load starts to put in, then what will happen? The soil that is present on the side of it, it will exert some pressure, it will oppose it. So कितना अपोज कर पाएगा? So it will कैसे अपोज कर पाएगा? It will try to provide frictional force on the sides, on the circumferential area of these piles. And इस frictional force के कारण अपन ये लोड कैरी कर पाते हैं Q. So this is how we define frictional piles. Now this was the classification for pile foundation based upon how they transfer the load. Next we have under reamed piles. This is the third type. Now these are board cast in situ concrete piles. क्या समझते हैं इस टर्म से cast in situ? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इसका मतलब है कि साइट पे कंस्ट्रक्शन किया जाता है डायरेक्टली. पहले अगर इन पाइल्स की बात करूं तो इनका आप कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट पे भी कर सकते हैं, स्पेशली एंड बेरिंग पाइल्स का. बट फ्रिक्शनल पाइल्स जो होती हैं, दीज आर ड्रिवन, मतलब इनको पहले से बना लिया जाता है एंड देन विद द एक्शन ऑफ, विद द हेल्प ऑफ सम मशीन्स, it is driven and inserted into the soil. Okay, now in the case of under reamed piles, these are firstly holes are digged and then concrete is filled up and the reinforcement is aligned. Okay, so इसमें डिफरेंस क्या है? अंडर रिम का मतलब क्या है? that these piles have one or more number of bulbs which are formed by enlarging the pile stem. इसका क्या मतलब है एक बार देखते हैं इधर। तो ये आपकी नॉर्मल पाइल है, ठीक है, बट यहां पे आप क्या कर रहे हैं, just a second, yeah, in this case you are providing these bulbs. These are provided in 360 degree all across. It forms a bulb shaped. आप इस तरीके से जैसे आपका इसमें दिखाया है, आप विजुअलाइज कर सकते हैं कि these create bulbs. What is the function? It is, and where it is used? It is used when soils where considerable ground movements occur due to seasonal variations and filled in the case of filled up grounds or in soft soil strata. क्या मतलब है सीजनल वेरिएशंस का, यानी कि सीजनल वेरिएशंस क्यों हो सकते हैं सॉइल में? इट मे बी ड्यू टू हैवी रेनफॉल इन दैट एरिया. सॉइल में अगर पानी ज्यादा जाएगा देन इट विल रिड्यूस इट्स बेरिंग कैपेसिटी, लोड बेरिंग कैपेसिटी. सो what we do, we prefer using these under-reamed piles in which these bulbs are formed. Bulbs are, we create bulbs so that they also provide some support to the structure. इस केस में आप देख सकते हैं कि जो आपका फ्रिक्शनल सपोर्ट है, फ्रिक्शनल लोड भी मिल रहा है. सेकेंडली यहाँ पे एरिया ज्यादा बढ़ जाने के कारण आपको इस तरफ से भी एक लोड बेरिंग के लिए फोर्स का सपोर्ट मिलता है फ्रॉम दिस सॉइल. ओके, सो दिस इज द कंसेप्ट ऑफ अंडर रीम्ड पाइल्स. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट वी कैन फर्दर क्लासिफाई द पाइल्स based upon the material of the construction. Now there are two types, timber यानी कि wood या timber या फिर steel piles. They can be used for manufacture of temporary piles and also for permanent ones in regions where timber is readily and economically available. Then steel piles, it can be used for both again temporary and permanent. They are suitable for handling and driving the piles विथ प्रोलॉन्ग लेंस, यानी कि बहुत लंबी लेंस तक ड्राइव करने के लिए अपन स्टील पाइल्स यूज करते हैं. नाउ व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम इन इट? प्रॉब्लम टिम्बर पाइल्स में क्या है दैट अगर सही से ट्रीटेड नहीं है, ट्रीटमेंट नहीं कर रखा है, देन they might get decomposed. Okay, and what is the problem with steel piles? That there is a risk of corrosion. सॉइल के अंदर ड्यू टू प्रेजेंस ऑफ मॉइस्चर इनमें जंग लग सकती है. नाउ दिस कैन बी एलिमिनेटेड बाय अ कोटिंग ऑफ टार. टार की कोटिंग अगर कर दें तो नहीं होगा, और बाय कैथोडिक प्रोटेक्शन. कैथोड एनोड आपने पढ़ा है ना भाई पहले, तो अगर इसमें थोड़ा सा आप कैथोडिक प्रोटेक्शन प्रोवाइड करते हैं ड्यू टू विद हेल्प ऑफ सम माइनर अर्थिंग और करंट, देन इट कैन फर्दर हेल्प in the protection of corrosion of these steel piles. Next, another type of deep foundation we have well foundation. It is also named as caissons. Caissons or well foundation. It is a type of deep foundation which is generally provided below the water level for bridges. ये याद रखने वाली आपके लिए चीज है. This is a typical diagram of plan and elevation of this well foundation. So these foundations, bridges have been used since the Roman and Mughal periods. These are precasted, मतलब पहले से बना के अपन इनको ले जाते हैं in the river and the areas where construction is required, and then we drive these piles into the water at the desired location. Now this is the construction, and then in middle some soil or other strata is filled, or maybe it is also in some cases filled empty also. In this case it is filled with sand, so sand filling is used. Okay, these are the curves. इतना डिटेल में अपन फर्दर आगे के सेमेस्टर में जाते हैं. वी डोंट गो मच इन डिटेल इन बेसिक सिविल. फॉर राइट नाउ यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड वेयर इट इज यूज्ड, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्शन इट इज, एंड व्हाट आर द एडवांटेजेस. नेक्स्ट अपन नेक्स्ट कंपोनेंट की तरफ चलते हैं, जो मैंने आपको पिछले क्लास में थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेन किया था, दैट इज प्लिंथ. ओके, नाउ दिस प्लिंथ, इट इज द पोर्शन ऑफ द सबस्ट्रक्चर बिटवीन द लेवल ऑफ सराउंडिंग ग्राउंड एंड द लेवल ऑफ ग्राउंड फ्लोर. आई होप यू कैन रिमेंबर. लेट मी एक्सप्लेन इट वंस अगेन. लेट अस से दिस इज योर ग्राउंड लेवल and these are your foundations. Okay, these are your foundations and these are your this is your ground level. Now let us say to start the construction of a building, then we provide a relevant height above the ground level and we provide steps to reach here and then we start the construction. Okay. So this level, this height h is known as the plinth height. Okay. It is the filling between the ground floor level, that is the plinth level, and the ground level. Okay. This is your ground level and this is your ground floor level, GFL. Now minimum height of plinth, it should be around 45 centimeters or above the ground level. तो ये कुछ चीजें आपको याद रखने के लिए. Now what are the functions? It is used to support the superstructure and provide stability and strength. Then to transfer the load from the building to the foundation layer. And then next one is to provide adequate grip or hold to the structure. It is required to retain the plinth filling, यानी कि जो फिलिंग आप इसके बीच इसके अंदर कर रहे हैं. अपन ने लास्ट क्लास में एक एग्जांपल देखा था रेड मुर्रम फिलिंग का. Next, it also provides safety against rats, rodents, flooding conditions on roads, etc. Okay, these rats and rodents will not be able to enter into your residential or public area. It also gives an aesthetic aspect or the elevation of the building. Aesthetic aspect का क्या मतलब है कि इसको आपको पर्सपेक्टिव या आप इसको देखेंगे तो आपको थोड़ा एक अच्छा लगेगा. इसको एस्थेटिक एस्पेक्ट कहते हैं. Then what are the materials it is made of? It might be made of stones or bricks in combination with sand or murram. Okay. Next important component is damp proof course. We say it as DPC. It is the layer that is provided between the substructure and the superstructure. What are the functions? आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे एक DPC प्रोवाइड करी जा रही है. So what is the function? It prevents the entry of moisture into the foundation below the superstructure. ना ही मॉइस्चर नीचे से ऊपर जा सकता है, ना ही ऊपर से नीचे आ पाता है. So if the moisture enters, what are the problem? अगर moisture नीचे enter करता है, then it will make the structure weak. It also make the soil that on which it is placed, it makes the soil also weak. So next, what are the materials that are used? So materials that are used are stone slabs of impervious variety. Impervious से क्या समझते हैं? Impervious means a material or a substance through which the water cannot pass. That is impervious. Pervious लिखूंगा तो इसका मतलब water can percolate or pass. It is also made of plain cement concrete, which is used for damp proof courses. You can also use some synthetic material for the same thing. In this example, plain cement concrete is being used to work as a DPC layer. Okay. Next, what are the components of a superstructure and their functions? So different components or elements of the superstructure we have discussed in the following slides. So first one is walls. Now there are two types of walls. इसको भी मैंने बेसिक में डिटेल में आपके साथ डिस्कस किया था प्रीवियस लेक्चर में. एक बार वापस से देखते हैं जिससे अच्छे से अपना रिवीजन भी हो जाए एंड वी आर एबल टू राइट गुड आंसर्स इन द एग्जाम आल्सो. सो फर्स्ट टाइप इज लोड बेयरिंग वॉल एंड द सेकंड काइंड इज नॉन लोड बेयरिंग वॉल्स. सो व्हाट आर द फंक्शंस? द फंक्शंस, वॉल्स के फंक्शन क्या है? टू एनक्लोज और डिवाइड द स्पेस टू मेक इट फंक्शनल एंड यूजफुल, to transfer the load of the floors to the foundation, to provide privacy, security and protection against the weathering conditions. So these are some of the functions of a wall. Okay. Next, these are some examples of load bearing walls and non-load bearing walls. See, in this case, these columns, these slabs, okay, all these loads are transferred onto the wall. But in this case, it is a frame structure and these are the non-load bearing walls. These are simply attached here to provide bifurcation. Okay. Then another example of different type of walls, This one is shear wall. Where is shear wall provided? Shear wall is provided mainly in the high-rise buildings. It provides a protection against earthquake. Okay. Next, we have retaining walls. For example, this one. What is the meaning of retaining? Retaining मतलब किसी चीज को hold करना, retain करना. So in this case, this retaining wall is retaining the soil that is present here. आप अगर कभी कोई हिली एरियाज में गए हो या फिर माउंटेनियस एरिया में गए हो या फिर किसी एरिया में गए हो ना लैंडस्लाइड्स काफी होते हैं, सो जनरली वी प्रोवाइड these retaining walls along the roadside so that the soil that is present on the other side is stable, वो fall ना करे. Okay, so these are different type of walls. Next, we move to pillars and columns. So these are the structural vertical members. I have discussed the various functions previously also. Let us have a look once again. So what are the functions? These are constructed at suitable intervals. कॉलम्स के लिए मैंने आपको एग्जांपल बताया था कि आप जिस भी रूम में बैठे हैं, हॉल में बैठे हैं, आप उसके कॉर्नर्स पे देखिए. दीज आर वर्टिकल मेंबर्स. दे माइट बी प्रोट्रूडेड, मतलब बाहर निकले हुए भी आपको देख सकते हैं, या फिर वॉल के साथ में भी अटैच्ड एनक्लोज्ड होते हैं. ठीक है. दे प्रोवाइड अ लेटरल स्टेबिलिटी टू द वॉल. दे ट्रांसफर द लोड फ्रॉम द टॉप डेड लोड्स, loading areas. Then pillars and columns are also constructed to provide support to the beams, slabs. Beams and slabs आप सबका क्लियर होगा आई गेस अभी तक. And then it transfers the loads to the foundation. जितने भी अपन फाउंडेशन डिजाइन करते हैं, फाउंडेशन अभी तक जितना भी पढ़ा है अपन ने, so all these which items or components that are transferring the load to the soil, we define them as columns. ये होते हैं आपके columns. Okay. Then what are the materials they might be made up of? Materials include bricks, stones, steel, or maybe reinforced concrete, cement. Then these are constructed of various sizes and shapes. It can be of square shape, it can be of rectangular shape, it can be of circular shape. Next, we have next component, that is door. It is a non-load bearing type of component. Now these are the movable panels that are constructed in the openings through a wall. What are the functions? To provide horizontal circulation or movement of the inmates from one room to another of the building. अब आप सब सोच रहे होंगे कि इतनी सिंपल चीजें क्यों हमें पढ़ने की जरूरत है. डोर्स, विंडोज, वॉल्स, ये सब तो हमें पता है. सी, अपने को जो एज अ फर्स्ट ईयर स्टूडेंट जितनी नॉलेज होती है, दैट इज नॉट अ वेरी टेक्निकल नॉलेज. I understand that you all are very well aware about what doors are, what windows are, but the problem is that when you write that answer for a particular question in your university exam, then you use a different type of language which is not a very technical language. The meaning is the same, but if you provide all the functions, all the properties, then it is a very beautiful answer, well written answer. The examiner also gives you a good number of marks. So for that you should be well versed with various concepts. Okay. आप सबको सारे फंक्शंस, सब चीजों के इनके पता भी हो सकते हैं, नहीं भी बता सकते हैं. हो सकता है कुछ आपसे मिस हो जाए एग्जाम में. सो एग्जाम में ना मिस हो, सारे पॉइंट्स कवर करें, तो उसके लिए we need to study it, we need to learn the technical things, technical terms, and cover all the functions. Then what are the type of materials? The materials used for doors include wood, plywood, it may be of plastic, it may be of metal, or it may be made up of glass. Okay. Next, windows. These are again openings that are built in the walls. What are the functions? They provide light, they provide air, they provide cross ventilation. क्रॉस वेंटिलेशन से क्या आप समझते हैं कि घर में जैसे आप पब्लिक एरिया हो या घर हो, उसमें आप इस तरीके से विंडोज डोर्स प्रोवाइड करें कि जब भी आप उन्हें खोलें तो फ्रॉम वन साइड एयर कैन कम एंड फ्रॉम अदर साइड इट कैन एग्जिट बेस्ड अपॉन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ द विंड दैट इज ब्लोइंग. सो दैट प्रोवाइड्स अ नेचुरल कूलिंग फॉर द बिल्डिंग. इट प्रोवाइड्स fresh air to the people who are residing in that building. Okay. Now they also provide privacy and security to the inmates, and they should be built considering the direction of the wind. Okay. Exterior view. since it gives a good aspect and prospect, etc. Okay. Now materials which are used, they are made up of wood, plywood, plastic, steel and glass, similar to doors. The difference between doors and windows is that you can't take entry and exit from windows. Okay, the basic difference. Rest all things are mostly the same. Then what are window sills? Again, I discussed it previous slide, previous lecture also, but let's have a quick discussion again. So these are provided just below the windows. For example, this is an example of your window. Okay, and this is an example of your door. Now you can see this is your window sill. This slab or this beam which is provided just below the window is your window sill. What is the function? They provide a uniform surface to support the window, and it also protects the top of the wall from wear and tear. यानी कि ये जो top of the wall है, this one and this or entire thing, it protects it, it gives it a structural support. Now what are the materials? Materials include slabs made of stones, cement or concrete. In this case stone is used, in this case also stone is used. You may also use RCC concrete beams also. Okay, then what do we understand by lintels and arches? So these are provided over the openings of the doors. For example, this is your door and this beam that has been provided here is your lintel. ये है आपकी lintel. Okay, लिख लीजिए अगर आप पहली बार पढ़ रहे हैं इस चीज को. This is very important for your vivas and exam. It is multiple times asked also. So these are provided over the openings. सिल जो होती है आपकी नीचे प्रोवाइड करते हैं सिल की बीम, एंड लिंटेल जो है आपकी ऊपर प्रोवाइड करते हैं. ओके, so what are the functions? These lintels support the load of the wall above the opening. ये जितना भी लोड आ रहा है ऊपर की वॉल के कारण ये लिंटल्स सपोर्ट करते हैं, एंड देन दे ट्रांसफर इट टू द वॉल ऑन विच दे आर रिसाइडिंग. ठीक है, द मटीरियल्स दैट आर यूज्ड आर मे बी साउंड टिम्बर यानी कि गुड क्वालिटी टिम्बर और आरसीसी. ओके, नाउ these are different type of lintel examples. This is an example of lintel cum arch. So this is your arch. Okay, I hope अभी आप सबको clear हो गया होगा कि what do we understand by arch. This is an example of a lintel. Okay, so you can provide any one of them. Both are good. Both provide the same function. Now these lintels, these are made up of bricks. इसका कंस्ट्रक्शन थोड़ा डिफरेंट स्टाइल में होता है, बट एट द बॉटम यू कैन see that a smooth plane surface is given and a good rigidity is also provided so that it can support the load that is coming from the top of the walls. Next, let us move to the next topic, that is ceilings. यानी कि आपकी ceilings यानी कि आपकी छत. Okay, so it is the lower part of the upper floors. Okay, technical word. What are the functions? These are used as insulators against the sound and vibrations of the upper floors. Especially it is used in multi-floor buildings, and it also gives a good aesthetic appearance and view to the people who are living inside. We also use false ceilings that are made up of plaster of Paris. All these beautiful ceilings are made up of plaster of Paris, or in common words it is also known as POP, and plastics, etc. They are provided to look more pleasing and beautiful. This is the aesthetic aspect, and on the technical aspect it provides insulation from the sound and the vibrations that are coming from the upper floors. Okay, then what are beams? So beams are your structural horizontal members. All these components, these are your beams. Okay, they are constructed. Why? They are constructed to support the floors and transfer their loads to the columns. जितने भी ये columns ऊपर हैं, floors ऊपर बनेंगे, इन सब का load ये beams ट्रांसफर करती हैं इन कॉलम्स पे. ओके, whatever the walls will be also constructed here, walls will be constructed here, so entire load will be coming, it will be transferred with the help of this beam onto the column and finally to the ground or the lower floor. Then what are the materials it might be used of? Materials used in this case are timber, steel and RCC. Now types, beams may be simply supported, fixed or cantilever type. Just I'll explain it. What do we understand by these three different terms? First अपन देखते हैं simply supported से क्या समझते हैं. I will draw a simple line diagram to explain you these things. Suppose करिए ये आपके दो columns हैं, okay, and you place a beam that is not fixed at any point. It is just placed on top of it. So this is termed as simply supported. Now another one is fixed. Now fixed, in the case of fixed, we represent it in this fashion. Okay, this is your fixed beam. So in this case, this beam is jointed to the wall or to the another beam or maybe some another structure, and it is rigidly attached to these points. This is your fixed beam. And the third one is your cantilever beam. So cantilever beam में क्या होता है? One side of the beam is fixed and the other side has no support. It is free. Okay. ये मोस्टली आपने देखा होगा फॉर एग्जाम्पल द आउटर छज्जा ऑफ द विंडोज एंड डोर्स. देन आपने पार्किंग एरियाज में इस तरीके के स्ट्रक्चर्स देखे होंगे. सो these are the three types of beams that are most commonly used in the construction of various types of buildings. इन सब की कैसे एनालिसिस होती है, what is the physics and maths behind it, how do we design these buildings as a civil engineer. So all these things will be dealt in the course of design of concrete structures in the upcoming semesters. Okay, next we have slabs. So these are your horizontal surfaces that are supported on beams and columns. What are the functions? The function is to provide space for the occupants to live, distribute the load on the floors, and the material used is RCC. मैं आपको इसी एग्जांपल में समझाना चाहता हूँ. पहले तो आप देखिए जो ये कंस्ट्रक्शन जैसे भी ये किया है फ्लोर का. So in this construction, this area we term it as slab when it is in under construction. For example, in this building it is under construction. So whatever area you provide in this area, whatever construction you do, the component here is termed as slab. ठीक है. What is its function? People can walk here, sit here. Otherwise slab नहीं होगी तो आप कहाँ घूमेंगे, कहाँ बैठेंगे, क्या करेंगे इस बिल्डिंग का without slab. Just for example, this particular area, this is entirely a slab. It is providing a support for the loading and it also transfers the same load onto the columns and the beams on which it is attached. Okay, so this is the everything about slabs. Next we have roof. Roof is also a type of slab only, but this is the topmost part of the building. This is the difference in between roof and slab. What are its functions? Its function is to provide protection against sun, wind, rain and snow, and also thefts, that is chori. So what are the materials it might be used? Materials depend like tiles, different type of sheets. Okay, it may be asbestos sheet, it may be GI sheets, it may be a RCC simple slab that is used as a roof. Okay, so this is your typical example of roof, and the load that is developed by the material that is used in construction of this slab will be transferred through beams and columns onto the lower floors. Okay, so this is about the various components, and this is a simple classification of different type of roofs. It may be flat, it may be sloped. It means आपने कुछ देखे होंगे घर इस तरीके के होते हैं. These are your sloped roofs. Then sloped roofs might be of lean to roof. Then it might be king post truss or it might be queen post truss. इन चीजों के बारे में अभी अपने को जानने की ज्यादा जरूरत नहीं है. These all things will be dealt in your third sem of civil engineering. For now, you should just remember the basic names. You should remember what are the type of roofs: flat, sloped, then domes. Domes आप सब समझते हैं, I guess. जिनको clear नहीं है, so domes are generally circular in shape and it is like a hemisphere. It is provided. Domes आपने सबसे ज़्यादा देखे होंगे, for example in if you see the picture of Supreme Court, if you see Gurudwaras, temples, then domes are provided on the main block, above the main block. Now this might be cylindrical in nature or it might be spherical in nature. Okay, these are different examples of your flat roof. Then these are your lean-to roofs. This is your gable roof, slope, different type of cross gabled, hip, क्रॉस हिप्ड, गैम्ब्रिल, मैंसार्ड. ओके, ये बस नाम आपको थोड़े याद रखने हैं, जिससे जब भी आपसे वाइवा में एग्जाम में पूछा जाए तो यू कैन राइट देम. नाउ आई होप यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट वेयर विल दीज स्लोप्ड रूफ्स बी यूज्ड. किन जगहों पे इनको यूज किया जाएगा? These will be used in the areas where we experience heavy rainfall or we experience snowfall. ठीक है, in those areas these type of roofs are provided so that whatever excess of rainfall or excess of snow that is falling from the atmosphere, it directly drains down from the slope. In the case of flat, if there is a heavy rainfall, there might be possible of waterlogging or choking, and in case of snowfall there might be possibility that a huge amount of snow might just get overloaded on this slab and this slab might collapse. So that is the reason we provide a sloped roof. Okay, then we have finishing for walls. Now it is done using plastering, using the another method is pointing, then cement, mortar or even painting. फाइनल फिनिश देने के लिए अपन प्लास्टरिंग यूज करते हैं. ओके, प्लास्टरिंग, दिस इज हाउ प्लास्टरिंग डन. दिस इज योर बेसिक सिंपल वॉल and over it a combination of cement mortar, that is a combination of cement and sand and water, is used to give a final smooth finish. What are its functions? Function is to protect the exposed surface and to conceal the all the things that the labor and workman has done, and also to give a pleasant look. You can do the paint and POP and all other things on the top of it. Another type of finishing that is provided onto the raw wall, brick wall, is pointing. Now what is pointing? You can see once the construction is done, there are spaces alongside the edges of these bricks. So these are filled with a white cement material or a different colored material based upon the desire of your user or client. So based upon it, you provide this pointing. It also gives a good pleasant look, and it finally gives a finished look to the walls. Okay, now in terms of floors, there might be different types: ground floors, upper floors, okay, which are commonly used, and you may use any of the materials for them. Next, we will be discussing about the types of soils and rocks that are being used as foundation material. This will be our starting point for the next lecture. I hope you have understood, you have learned some new things with regards to civil engineering. What are the various items, components that are termed, that are defined in basic foundations and the other components of a small building. Okay, so till then, keep safe and take care of your family. We'll meet tomorrow with this topic. Okay, till then, thank you.